Hi, my name is Thi Susungo and student ID 224757434, and today I'll be demonstrating my Jenkins DevOps pipeline for the two-step application as part of my SIT 753 assignments. So this pipeline implements on 7 required stages: build, test, code quality, security, deploy, release, and monitoring. So now first let me show you how the repository set up. I'm working on a OWA-SB Bootstrap, a vulnerable web application perfect for demonstrating DevOps practices. So this is my GitHub repository, and you can see that the Jenkins files in the repository. Um, Let me here. So this is my Jenkins file with the code that I have built, and you can see that it's working on under the CI pilot range. And I also you can see there's a package log JSON is that enable NPI CI and npm CI. And this repository contains a comprehensive Jenkins files that define our complete CI/CD pipeline. So now moving back to the Jenkins pipeline setup. So when I go into Jenkins, I create a new item and I select the, for example, multi-branch pipeline, and I create like a name for it, for example. Um, yeah, so that's how I work on it. But back into my project, you can see that here is that I have built this project, right? And giving it to the configure, you can see I set up my GitHub repository and the credentials. The pilot is configured to pull directly from my GitHub repository, ensuring version control and pre-producibility. So now let me run through the pipeline and walk through you each stage. So for the first stage is the build stage. And I'm moving back into here is the pilot overview just to see of on the successful build. But I be back into the console output. And going to the pilot steps, as well as going to the details of pilot overview, for example. So you can see here is the build stage. We move into the pilot installs dependency using npm CI and create deployable build artifacts in tar.gz format. This meets the assignment requirement for creating build artifacts. Yeah, you can see here is the console output of the build artifacts. It's the long output. And moving into the next one is the test. So I run comprehensive tests using server tests with Mocha, API tests with Jest, and end-to-end tests with Cypress. These test failures you see are expected for Bootstrap, as it's vulnerable application designed to have security issues. And the next one is the so you can see the console output for the test here. Yeah, so it's the long output. And the next one is the code quality. So I run at ESLint analysis on my TypeScript and JavaScript files, generating detailed JSON reports. I also perform TypeScript compilation check to ensure the code quality, issue admin reports in build artifacts, and point out JSON format for detailed analysis. So you can see the console output is showing here. Yeah, let me see. Let me go through here. And now moving to the security. So I perform automated security scanning using npm audit to identify dependency vulnerabilities. The reports show various severity levels, provide actionable security insights. So you can see here is the report for it. And now moving into the deployment stage. So my pipeline deploys the application to the staging environment using the build artifacts I created. The deployment extracts the production-ready package and set up for the staging environments. So you can see the deploy block here. And moving to the last one is the release. I promote the staging build to production, demonstrating proper release management practices with environment specific configurations. So you can see the console output showing like this. And now we can see that our final stage is monitoring. So our final stage performs comprehensive monitoring, including response time checks, system resource monitoring, and health validation for both staging and production environments. It shows monitoring outputs, it points out response time measurements, and it shows system resource checks. So let me find, so you can see the console output here. And moving to the push actions. So you can see that the pipeline demonstrates 7 key DevOps practices, including build artifacts, deployable TAR.jj packages, and the multi-framework testing is Mocha, Jest, Cypress, code qualities, S-Link with TypeScript support, security, npm audit vulnerability scanning, automated deployment, staging and production environments, monitoring health checks and performance metrics. The pipeline uses Node.js, npm, S-Link and standard Jenkins functionality without requiring additional plugins, making it highly portable and maintainable. So this pipeline successfully implements on 7 required stages and demonstrates professional DevOps practices. The build artifact can be deployed to any environment. The security scanning identifies vulnerabilities, and the monitoring ensures application health. This approach provides a solid foundation for continuous iteration and deployment in a real-world scenario. Thank you for watching this demonstration of my Jenkins DevOps pipeline.